Okay, I keep getting asked about insurance coverage for a party rental business, so I'm going to cover that today. Hi, I'm Emily. I own a mobile video game truck business and a party rental business. We're also launching a bouquet bar side hustle and foam party side hustle, so follow along for all that info. Okay, people keep asking me about insurance and if they have to have insurance. This is not legal advice. I am not an attorney. I cannot advise you on that. I can only tell you what has been told to me from my people, and that is that yes, you absolutely have to have commercial insurance because A, people are dumb, and B, people are litigious, and they will use your product wrong, and then they will try and sue you. So yes, it's very important that you have insurance to cover your butt in the event that your contract, your rental contract, does not cover everything. So you're gonna have to have a rental contract, and you're gonna have to have insurance to kind of cover yourself. We've talked in other videos about establishing an LLC so that it separates your personal equity stuff, anything you own, your house, your cars, anything like that. It separates that from the business so that if somebody were to sue the business, they cannot go after your personal assets. But you still need to have insurance and a rental contract to cover your business because your business is still liable for whatever it does. If you do something wrong, people can still sue you. Just the LLC prevents them from going after your personal assets. But you need your insurance and you need that rental contract to protect the business. So what I can say is I was in a unique situation because we already owned the video game truck, and so we had a very high liability policy already. So for me, adding the insurance for the rental equipment was very easy. I called my guy and was like, hey, this is what I want to do. And he was like, oh, that's super easy. It's very, my insurance went up just a very minimal amount a month to cover that rental equipment and our liability for the rental equipment. With the caveat that he said, send me the list of things that you want to insure. And then he called me back and gave me a list of the things they would not insure. And that was anything bounce house wise. That insurance company didn't do that, and it's extremely expensive. He was like, if you want to go elsewhere and look for it, but just know it's about $3,000 to $4,000 a year per bounce house for insurance. So for us, that was not worth it. The other thing was one of the packages I really wanted to do was those backyard toddler, like birthday play sets where it's like the itty bitty little Tykes inflatable bounce house, and then like a little ball pit and the little Tykes slide and like the little Tykes bounce on farm animals. All those things, he was like, absolutely not. We will not insure any of those because all of those things, toddlers can fall and hit their head. So we don't insure any of that. So kind of back to the drawing board. And he was like, again, you can go elsewhere, but it's going to be a lot of money. And it wasn't worth it for us. But then the things I thought would be an issue, like snow cone machine, there's a razor blade in there, cotton candy machine, it heats up. Nerf wars, they're shooting darts at each other. Things like that, he was like, that's not a problem at all. Those are not an issue. So my advice would be, you're gonna wanna call around and find who will insure party rental equipment. And it's not just insuring the equipment in event that it's damaged or stolen, but your liability is the most important part. We actually don't insure the equipment itself because I use a rental contract. I have a card on file. Most of our equipment is already paid off. So if it gets damaged or stolen, I would rather pay a lower premium and not have the items themselves insured. With the understanding that if you have a really expensive item, then yes, you're gonna wanna do that. But it's just gonna be calling around and finding insurance companies that are willing to see your vision of what you're doing and give you liability insurance for those items. And then of course, the other big thing I preach over and over again is your rental contract. Your rental contract and your insurance, and then your deposit, your card on file with the deposit paid is what protects you in the event of things getting lost, stolen, anything going wrong. This is not legal advice. I am not an attorney. This is just from my experience that we've learned from the people that have worked with us and helped us and given us advice. So ask me any questions you've got. That was kind of long-winded. I'll try to be helpful.